it's Sean, the Confluence Marshal, coming to you live from the 2013 Amazing Arizona Comic Con. The show is expanded this year to the Phoenix Convention Center from the smaller confines in Mesa, Arizona. With over 300 vendors and tons of cosplayers, we're going to go in to check it all out.
Oh, one of them did. Joe was a big one.
Sunday at Amazing Arizona Comic Con 2013. See, there's all through here, and going all through here, and even onto the outside.
Stand-up comedian, and then there's the Joker who, builds a giant thing where you take a piece of cheese and building falls out, and you're like, oh.
All right, creators, you guys want my back with you right in the center?
I love your costume the best.
What? No.
Hey guys, it's Sean Marshall, aka The Confluence, back wrapping up Amazing Arizona Comic Con 2013 with Under the Con. Under the Con is where we come back under the convention in the parking garage where we load up our car full of all sorts of the swag and things that we acquire being collectors throughout the show, and kind of go back and use it as a framework to look at how the show went in general. A big theme of Amazing Arizona Comic Con 2013 was Jim Lee, so we spent a significant amount of time getting his signature and trying to get some interaction and some time with him. Fortunately, there's a lot of problems with the lines. He was late getting there, which put the convention in a really awkward position, and then he wanted to sketch for everyone, which is obviously awesome to get a sketch from Jim Lee, and a very rare thing, but at the same time it was amounting to about 5 or so minutes with each person. So by the time it actually got to us, being about 20 or so in line, maybe 30 at the worst, his time was up. And so we basically had to hand off our comics and get them signed. There was an option to come back later, but we'd already spent about 4 hours, and we weren't really up for spending another 2 or 3 hours waiting for him. But awesome to have him here. Something to be examined for next year. Last year they had Robert Kirkland signing, and they had the best signing experience ever, the ticket system. So hopefully they'll be able to revisit that and find some kind of compromise to make it that even as they're expanding. A great thing about Amazing Arizona Comic Con is interaction with creators. They do a great job of keeping comics first. We're able to talk with John Layman about some of his upcoming work, in particular some things with San Diego Comic Con and some cool exclusives we'll talk more about later. And then Kyle Higgins, and being able to talk to him a little about Nightwing and the work with Death of the Family. Picked up a print. Obviously he's not the artist, but it was cool to interact with him, get a little poem from him on the print, and talk a little bit about the show. They seemed to enjoy the show, as did many of the vendors. They seemed to have a really good experience with the amount of volume of customers. The show was jamming the entire time. Even as we were leaving at 2 o'clock on Sunday, there was still a decent line of people coming in. There weren't that many really unique items for sale in the vendor room, a lot of the typical type things. One thing we did pick up several of, though, were these cool handmade buttons that take some Bronze Age, Silver Age, and even more recent comics and tailor them to make them specific to certain things. And then obviously, no comic convention would be complete without picking up some good classic key issues for the collection at home. In general, Amazing Arizona Comic Con 2013 was a really fun show. The problems they had with the lines and just overall crowding is something to be expected with any new convention. It's something we talk a lot about is as shows are growing, you have to always expect that. People always expect it to be a polished product, but even as we see with something like San Diego Comic Con, it's been around so long, there's going to be problems, there's complications when you bring a lot of people into a small space. So although there were line problems, line cutting with Jim Lee, which was particularly frustrating, and it seemed like there needed to be more of a presence of volunteers and just staff in general, I don't think they expected anywhere near the number of attendees they got. So it's exciting looking at next year. They're in the Phoenix Convention Center now. They've got a lot more room to expand. You definitely see this show coming to be something that rivals Phoenix Comic Con. Arizona, particularly Phoenix, has a great community of comic goers and those types of fans. And so we'd love to see it be the January equivalent to the summer Phoenix Comic Con. So until next time, we'll talk more under the con and cover the next shows. See you later.